Crafty friends, how you guys doing? I see Adeline and Betty. I see Roberta. Slide up, please. Annette. Hi, Annette. And Betty G. I think that's it so far. Well, I got a Christmas present done last night. I'm so excited about that. You guys probably saw it on the link for our video today. But Margie is a tea lover, and I made her this tea box last night. So we are going to talk today about how to make a tea box. I had to put a magnetic closure on it because for some reason, I couldn't keep the box closed, but now it looks beautiful. So I have decorations all around it. Beautiful. And Margie really likes ornate things. She really likes kind of Victorian kind of styles. So I think she'll really like this. So, yeah, I had never made anything quite like this before. I took the inspiration for this from a Heartfelt Creations box where they took a tea box and they covered it with gesso and then paper. But I wanted mine to be more sturdy, so mine is made out of chipboard. And we're going to do that today. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I will put a kit together for you for these in case anybody is interested in making one. Your kit will include, this is from the Blossoms collection. Certainly you could make this in any other collection and you can just buy that collection separately. But I still had some Blossoms papers. I had 3 patterns left. And I thought this would be a good place to start. So hi, Elsie. So I'm going to put these 3 in a kit. I'm putting in 2 pieces of chipboard. You probably won't need to, but if you're anything like me and you do a little mismeasuring here and there, you might need to. So I'm putting in 2 pieces of chipboard. I'm putting in the feet. I'm putting in the little lid or the little handle for the top of the box. And I'll put in G45 ephemera. Hi, Glenn. Catherine, good to see you. And hi, Irene. I was just saying we're going to make this little tea box today. Come in closer so they can really see the detail, would you please? Whoa, not that close. Back. There we go. I made this using some items from the Blossom collection. And underneath here is an actual tea box. So, as you know, tea boxes, the boxes that tea come in tend to be kind of flimsy. And so I wanted to reinforce it. So I covered my box with chipboard. And then I covered my chipboard with my Blossoms papers and embellished it from there. And I have little metal feet on it. It's very, very sturdy. I put a magnetic closure on mine. You will not have magnets in your kit, but I just couldn't keep it closed, so I put a magnetic closure on it. And then I decorated each side. At the top of my clock, it says Serenity. And on the top of my box, it says be at peace, be peace. On the side, I've got these beautiful iris. And on this side, it says be calm and carry on. I think that's what tea is all about, just settling, being quiet and still. And so it's tomorrow.
What?
Yes.
No, it was changed to the 17th.
No, it's closed. It's tomorrow. I'm in the middle of a video right now. Serenity, calm, tranquility, peace, and harmony. So there we go. There we go. Yeah, iris folding is tomorrow at 2 o'clock. There we go.
Today at 2 p.m.
If that's what it says, it's an error on the calendar, and you have my apologies, but I got to get back to my video here. Okay, so.
I'm like, where's all the cars?
Okay, so here we go.
Okay, it's tomorrow.
So Margie's favorite tea, and mine actually, is Marie Antoinette tea from Nina's.
Yeah.
And these are beautiful little tea bags. And okay, so let's talk about how to get started with this. Tea box. Okay, don't have to have a fancy tea box to start with. I have a box of Celestial tea here. I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic wrapping off the outside of it. Now these little tea boxes are not sturdy. In fact, when you're opening, you don't want to pull any too hard on it because you can binge box out of shape. But it's a nice way to make something pretty. And I think my little box has a dent in the bottom of it, but I can take care of that as I go. This is a box of Sleepy Time tea. As I take the wrapper off, I smell the peppermint. Beautiful. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do is to decide how it's going to open. And of course, neither of the tea boxes that I have used have. Elsie's got coronavirus. Neither of the tea boxes that I have used had the kind of flap that I saw in the inspiration from Graphic 45. So I've had to kind of modify and do my own thing. I'm going to take off. Does it actually have tea bags? Or can't, surely it's tea bags and not loose tea. It's got a bag in the middle. This one has little loose tea bags, which is okay. I'm just going to go ahead and seal that back up though and leave that inside my box. Okay, I'm going to take these two flaps off. She didn't do that in the demonstration video I watched. But since I'm making a hard side box, it kind of seems weird to have those little flaps inside. So I'm taking these flaps off my box, cutting them back, and I'm going to make that edge as even as I can. Take the little fold off too. Okay, I'm also going to take off the tuck-in flap. Back up just a little if you would, huh, please. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of those. All right. All right, so I'm gonna get my chipboard out here. I'm gonna get a ruler. And I'm gonna do some measuring. You guys know how I love measuring. But I found it absolutely necessary to measure doing this project. So my box is 3 1/8 inches wide. And I'm going to add an extra, interesting, these boxes also aren't absolutely square. This one is 3 at the top and 3 1/8 at the bottom. That won't make it easier, but we'll make it work. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and measure on my chipboard, and I'm going to add an extra 8. Actually going to make this 3. I'm just going to add 1 extra dash here since I know that my box is already out of alignment a little bit. I want my bottom of my box to be ever so slightly oversized. I found that gluing it together was easier if I could set the pieces on top of the bottom and then glue them in place. So go ahead and draw that in. Now, need to know how wide. Okay. I'm going to go to, this is 5 3/8 wide, so I'm going to make it 5 1/4 wide. Five 3/8. Isn't that what I just said? Why am I going down? Oh, 5 1/8. So I want a 5 1/4. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to make I decided when I made this one, I think this would have been even, I think it's pretty now, but I think it might have been even more pretty if I had made the lid slightly oversized. So I've had a little vertigo too. Annette, been dealing with that off and on. That's just something I get though. I just get vertigo. Okay. So my ends, there are 3. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this to be 3 inches. Oops, 3 by, how high do they want to be? 2 1/2. 3 by 2 1/2. See, so this is already 3, although slightly larger, I think. I'm going to come down just a little. Make this 3 inches. 3 inches. And it has to be 2.5 the other way. I want to make these pieces fairly accurate. So I should have 2 of these this size. So let's go ahead and draw this. It doesn't look straight though. Oh, it is though. 3 and 3. Let's continue that line a little bit. And then I need another 2.5. Okay, and then I'm going to need I'm going to need a front and a back. So that's going to be 5 3/8. I may have to still trim and fiddle with these a little bit. I had to with the others while I was figuring out what I was doing. Actually, it's a little under 3/8. Be right here at that mark. And then my height again is 2.5. This is a much different dimension in this box than I had on my last one. Okay. And another 2.5. 2.5. That should conceivably be the same measurement. Okay, so I've got my bottom, I've got my 2 sides, I've got my front and my back. Now I want to make my top, and I'm going to make my top slightly oversized. I'm going to make the front, I think I cut it to 3 1/4. I can always cut it down. I want each side to come over by 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go let's see how wide. Let's see, I'm at 3/8. 1/4 of an inch should be 5/8, wouldn't it? But I wanted each side to be 5/8. So another 1/4.
Good night to Catherine.
Oh, are you headed out?
Yes.
Oh.
She's traveling tomorrow.
Oh, you travel a lot, Catherine. I love that. You have safe travels, friend. Okay. I want my lid. I'm just going to draw a line across here. Okay. And I'm going to make my lid 3 1/4 right here. Okay, this is my top. This is my bottom. Side, side, front, back. Now let's see how we did. We'll try cutting these out and then measuring them in our box and see if I have to recut anything. I will warn you, I had to recut several pieces from my original box, which is why I'm putting an extra sheet of chipboard in your kit. Because you got to get everything to line up. And that one's going to have to be recut because I wanted it to be slightly oversized. And it's not. It is a little short and doesn't have the extra, well, the lip on the sides is okay, but it's a little short. So I'm going to have to redo this one and make it ever so slightly larger. And just going to slide this over a little bit. Put my cutting line here. Here. Let's cut that and see if that's better. You'd think if you'd measure it, it would come out right when you cut it, but things don't always work out the way we plan them. Oh, beautiful. Now I got it. That's just right this time. Okay. When I say it's just right, it is. I have like a tiny lip in the front and in the back that the other chipboard pieces can rest on as I glue this together. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my box. I'm using a lot of glue to put these together. These chipboard pieces don't automatically want to stay on the boxes, so it needs a really healthy dose of glue and then a little patience to kind of hold things in place while they tack sometimes. And of course I'm using a glue bottle that gives me a little bit of glue. So I don't know if my Nuvo bottle has enough in it to, I don't think I'm getting any more out of that. I can get a little bit more out of it. I used up this one the other night. I like Nuvo glue too. We have these nice size bottles of Nuvo glue in our store. You get a little bit bigger pour spout on that one. I'm putting this on, leaving a tiny lip on each side to put my pieces on, kind of centering it so that I won't have more in one area than I do in another. Okay. All right, let's try the front and back pieces. This is a fun little gift for somebody. If you want to be able to finish a gift within just a couple of hours and do something that's not going to be terribly expensive, you don't have to put the, well, that's too short. Okay, this has to be bigger too. This is too short. Let's see how it is for width.
Glenn says that's a lot of work.
But it's a lot of work for a friend. He can do that. It wouldn't be bad if I could get the pieces cut to exactly the right size to begin with, but where you're fitting them together, they really have to be pretty exact. That just does not look right. I don't think my pieces are square. Yeah, it's not quite 2.5. And I need it slightly larger because 2.5 wasn't getting the job done. So I need like 2 5/8, which I have on this end. I don't have on this end. I didn't think that looked square. That's better. Doesn't matter how much I scribble it up, as it's going to get covered with paper anyway. This is our last Saturday before the new year. We won't have class next Saturday, and we won't have class the following Saturday. We will still have our Thursday sessions, though, because those don't fall on holidays. There we go. That's just right this time. Okay. So hopefully... I think I can salvage this one. Let's cut that to be the same size as this one. Okay, so let's get rid of these that didn't fit. And let's try this. That looks good. That looks real good. And that one looks good. There we go. I'm liking that a lot. Nice and solid, sturdy looking. So we're going to put this one on the front.
Glenn says he makes his box with a 12x12 and score every 3 inches and top and bottom, all one piece, and then stuff tea in cheesecloth bags.
Okay. Nice. Well, I wanted to cover, and part of what I'm looking for, Glenn, is I wanted my box to be really, really sturdy, thus the chipboard, which certainly adds a layer of complexity, but I do love the finished result. I mean, this one It might be made of paper, but it'll last for years. And I like that for a gift. But I certainly see where you're coming from to make it all out of one piece. That's nice.
Say hi to Thelma.
Hi, Thelma. Okay, got it covered with glue. I'm gonna go for I'm gonna add a nice line of glue at the bottom here of my front. This is going to be a really nice fit now. Had to work at it, but all good things, you know. I'm liking that. I said I wanted my box to be nice and firm and last for years. He said, I just take them out to dinner. Well, what did Thelma broke at Thelma's house?
Heater.
Oh, the heater. You don't want the heater breaking. Not in Michigan. Okay. Now this one's going to be a little high. This figure. So I'm going to trim just a tad off the back here. Let's see if that fits better. That's a better fit. Okay. So I'm going to glue this one on.
Kathy girl.
Hi, Kathy girl. I'm making a tea box. Tell you the truth, I haven't fooled around with chipboard too much, and I'm learning a lot doing this. We did get a whole bunch of chipboard in yesterday that is going to be great for albums and projects. I got pre-cut chipboard in 8x8, 6x6, 4x4, and then some 12x12 sheets. That will be useful for our projecting. Still be just a tad high in the back. I can trim that down a little if I need to. I like the way it's fitting otherwise. Do I sound like I have a cough? Did I cough? I didn't notice coughing. I might have. Okay, let's try these sides. See what we get. Yeah, that's fine. Quite a bit short of where my front and back are. I'm going to make that bigger. This one's already cut, so I might as well just test it. You can see why it's going to be an advantage to have extra sheets of chipboard. Yeah, this one's going to be too short too. Side to side's not bad. That's actually pretty good, but I need that to be about 1/8 of an inch taller. Let's see. Let's see if that works better. Love to get this all out of one sheet of chipboard this time. Side to side was good. That was 3 1/8. Actually, I think 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this in at 3. I'm gonna recut these. Let's see what we get this time. This is no different than what I did last night making the other one, because when you need them to come up just flush, you gotta do what you gotta do. And it doesn't help that you're working on a flexible box. But it won't be flexible when we're done with it. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. Let's go ahead and put that on there. We're going to bead a glue along the bottom to rest on our bottom piece. Very nice fit. Nice fit. Just holding this in nice and tight and letting that get a good bond there. I think I'm going to be a little tiny bit high in the back, but we'll see. Don't want to cut it off until I fit my top piece. All right, let's see how this one turned out. A little narrow. Just a little narrow. Okay, I'm into that second piece of chipboard now. It's funny, you measure it, and it's still, I think part of it is that, like I said, the box is flexible, and as we glue the other pieces in, it just shifts. I need about 1/8 of an inch more in length. Top to bottom is pretty good. try this one. Oh, that's a nice fit there. Good. Nice and solid. Didn't leave myself too much of a lip to put this on. There's a little trial and error to this, but it's not really too bad, guys. And I think it turns out really pretty. Next piece, all set, ready to go. Just going to hold this in place for a second here. Let it all get nicely bonded. That's my problem, Roberta. We get all organized and put things away, and then I have no idea where they are. Okay, let's try the top. Where did my top go? Wanted to make this top a little extra big this time. I thought it would have been nice on my last box to have a little bit of an overlap. I ended up with more than I need on this one. I think I was supposed to cut on that cut line right there. How much do I actually have extra here? I have quite a bit. I'm going to trim off 1/4 of an inch. Much improved. Much improved. Okay. I like that. This is what I'm looking at inside. I just want to have a nice little lip all around it, but not too much. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this flap. It's nice that the flap in the box will give me my hinge, so I don't have to worry about hinging it. It does need to be glued really well. I didn't know I had any of this blossom paper left. I was talking about what to make this box out of yesterday, and Brittany came bopping around with both blossom ephemera and blossom paper for me. Make sure that's even on the two sides and straight. This could stand to be straightened up just a little. One side. I'll slide that down a little bit. I'm going to straighten this edge up just a little. That's better. That needs to slide a little more. There we go. Rub that down really good. I'm going to cover the inside piece first. Actually, before I do anything, I'm going to get my burgundy stamp pad here. And I'm going to work over, put a little more glue in here. I see it gaping just a bit. I don't want that. I want it to be nice and tight. There we go. That's much better. Okay, I'm going to take my stamp head and go around all of my edges. So if an edge happens to show, it looks like it belongs. The edges of all my chipboard, the edge of my lid. These are these Graphic 45 stamp pads have a very nice felt in them that are really tough. Remember when we did some things like this with the, not like this project, but when we were rubbing with the Hunky Dory pads and they were kind of falling apart from us doing that. This one doesn't do that. Would you, let's see, maybe I have one. I need to have, this will work, I guess. One on the edge I can get in there with. I have a dauber I had on this table last night. It's probably under the table or something because I craft on the floor as much as I do on my table. And it's gaping again. Just going to hold this in place for a second while that bonds again. That one little corner just seems to want to slip out. Okay. It's covering anywhere that the paper might let it show. And of course, in the process, I'm getting ink all over my table. Well, that's weird. I guess I can do that with my paper, though. I need that to gape a little there. That's pretty good. Okay. I need a baby wipe, please. I put my table while I can still get this ink off. This hybrid ink stays on. Okay. I am going to cut first this piece inside my lid. Thank you. I get this hybrid ink off while it's wet, because once it dries, it's not coming off.
It's not coming off.
It's coming off mostly. I can get the rest with a Mr. Clean Magic eraser later. Oops, excellent. I moved my box over there and create another trail there. Okay, for now. All right, I'm going to cut a piece for the inside of my lid. I need this to be 3.5. Actually, the inside gonna be just a little less than 3.5. I think I'm gonna cut it to 3.5 and trim the edge though. 3.5 by 5 3/4. I want the chipboard now. Move that out of my way. Okay. Five 3/4 by 3.5 is what I said. I knew it was going to be just a little tall. I did that on purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this on the side flap. I'm kind of going over this little bump here. So I want to make sure I've got plenty of glue on both sides of that bump. Graphic 45, they call this an upcycled tea box. Like I said, they did theirs covering their tea box with gesso, and then their paper. I wanted mine to be just a little sturdier though. That's why I went for the chipboard. It's a lot more work to do the chipboard, but very satisfying results. I don't know, Kathy. I haven't tried taking it off with alcohol. That would be a good thing to try. Okay. The piece I had left is almost a perfect fit for my lid. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my lid on here. It'd be interesting to know, though, I have a pack of alcohol wipes on the entry table right there where the cash register is. Would you grab those, please? Once it's dry, I think it's pretty permanent, but we'll try it. and find out. Thank you, honey. Oops. Hold my paper free there. Trying to cut this little corner out where I have my oversized lid coming over. Extra trim to do there. Do you like that though? That's looking good. That's looking really good. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is try Kathy's suggestion of the alcohol wipe just to see whether or not it works. Oh, except this pack of alcohol wipes is all dried out. It's been left open. Is there anything wet in it? It's completely dry all the way through. Okay, so I guess I won't worry about that. Okay, the next piece I'm going to do is I'm going to do this piece around the edge, which is just a little under 2 3/4. It's like 1 mark under, and it's consistent around my box, which is good. Okay, so 1 mark under 2 3/4. It seems there, but it's perfect. I'm going to do this all in one piece from here, working across the front. I'll crease it here at the corner, come across the front this way, crease it at this corner, and I'm going to do the whole base of my box at once. Okay. I love these new G45 hybrid pads. Man, they're so good. It doesn't surprise me that they would have a good one because their products tend to be so good.
What makes them good?
What I love is, well, first of all, they have the felt pad in them. They have a high felt pad, so you can do direct ink techniques really easily with them. That's always nice. Like I said, the hunky-dory ones we used before when we did direct ink, our pads pulled apart because it was foam. So when you do this, it just rip up the foam.
Okay, so foams rip easier.
So foams rip easier. The felt is high. The pads are really loaded with ink. They really do a good job of getting them juicy. I like that. The blending of this ink is superb. You can pick up just a little bit and get a beautiful soft shade with it. And you can pick up more and you can get just such a wide variety of colors out of one ink pad. So I like that a lot. So this is going on nice and tight. Oops, she says. What cutting? You don't want your hairdresser to say that. That is true. That's the truth right there.
Should have used red liner tape to apply these.
I could, but I'd have to get a really good solid piece right at the edges. This particular job would be convenient with a glue bottle that dispenses more glue at a time. My glue bottles are perfect for most of what I do, but where you really want a lot of glue like this seems slow to get it on there. Just adding this paper to the outside really firms up your box too.
It says try hand sanitizer. It should do the same thing.
Get one of those dry wet wipes, alcohol wipes. Not too much, guys. Once it's dry, it's pretty much dry. It's not coming off much more. I do have a way to get it though. A Mr. Clean Magic. Well, I did get a little bit. A Mr. Clean Magic eraser is kind of hard on your surfaces if you really scrub with it. But we scrub our tables sometimes, knowing full well that we're impacting the finish on the tables a little bit, but it does help to take off. We got a little bit off. It does help to, and I'm choking myself to death, the fumes. It does help to get the inks and stuff off our tables, which they take a lot of, being craft room tables and having a lot of people through. I'm the worst offender.
Here's one that's 80% alcohol.
I'm done with that. I'm choking from the last one, so. Thank you, though. No. If it was wet, it probably would have wiped right off with the alcohol. It's not wet anymore.
They say you're the only one who makes messes while crafting.
Yeah, I know that's true. It would be bad on my desks if I'd use a big work mat. I just don't do it for some reason. I even have a beautiful big glass mat over there. I just need to grab one and put it on my desk. Look at how pretty this is turning out, guys. Isn't it turning out pretty already? It really firms it up when you take that piece and wrap it front to back. Back in my comfort zone once I get to the application of the paper. Paper I know about. Chipboard I'm learning about. But paper, I got that figured out. There we go, getting out my little. Okay, there's the back and the bottom left to do. And I will be covered this is 2 and 2 5/8. 5/8 by, not that far. I could put 5.5 and trim it. 2 5/8 by 5.5. Two, 5.5, right? Is that what I just said? Perfect. Perfect.
Betty's granddaughter likes to play in her glitter and get it everywhere.
You need a glitter vacuum. What do you guys use to clean up glitter? I have tack cloths. I have a glitter vacuum. I sometimes just use wet paper towels. What do you guys use to clean up your glitter? A Swiffer. I've tried that. It's just like a perfect fit all the way around. Tiniest little bit of overlap there. I may even just pull it down.
That says she doesn't use glitter. Roberta says she uses a dust buster.
Oh, that's a good idea. There's our box.
Yeah.
Do you know what I did, guys? Just now. I glued the wrong side of my paper. Had this perfect fit with the wrong paper. 2 5/8 by 5.5, right? I glued the wrong side of the paper. Yeah, sometimes I'm a doofus. Let's try that again. Let's glue the right side.
Tape's another way to get glitter up, they say.
That's a good one. I love you, Kathy girl. Wipe it off with my hand and wipe it on my shirt.
Yep. You wipe it all over your pants.
I do. I wipe stuff on my pants all the time. I already had a bunch of glue on there. Let's see if that's going to fit tight enough. That's better. You did cover it in the right paper. It wasn't until I looked at it in the camera I realized, hey, that's not the right print. Okay, we've got our box done. If we want to,
Did you do the bottom?
I can.
You said you were going to do the bottom.
I could do the
You
bottom.
don't have to.
Did I do the bottom? I did the bottom. Yeah, I can do the bottom. Boy, I'm not going to have any too much paper to do the bottom. I can do the bottom. Did I take the trim strip off? It barely fits the bottom, but it does fit. No fans. I love that, Annette. when COVID first came out, there was an analogy that went around on the craft sites that said that COVID was like glitter. That if you have 10 people crafting together and one's using glitter, how many have glitter? 10. I can't believe that paper is, I mean, that is just like perfection, the width. That's amazing. Oh, I hope you guys are being careful out there. It sounds like there's a lot of people who've had the flu and COVID, and I need to put a little more glue on this back sheet. Things, man, there is a lot of germs wandering around the community right now. Holy Toledo. I think we're going to be masking back up in the classroom. There's just so many people that are sick. Hazel the ladybug vacuum. There we go. Now, my box is beautiful, actually. I like it a lot. Nice and solid. It looks really tidy and pretty. I'm going to, if I want to put some feet on it, I can. I've got these fun feet. To glue these, well, maybe I'll just go ahead and do it. I'll give it to somebody. To glue these feet on is actually, I'm just using my Cosmic Shimmer. And it works really well with this. These are not inexpensive, these feet, so you have to decide whether you want to put feet on your box or not. The feet are $10. But I do think it really adds something to put the feet on. Look how pretty that is when you put the feet on it. So I do like that. It's really, really easy to put the feet on here. You just glue all over this back piece and glue all over this platform. The Cosmic Shimmer holds these just fine. All over inside there. And then it just slides right on the corner. You may have a little bit of overlap to contend with. I just removed that with my finger and just let it sit there a minute, and that will tack on so nicely. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. I'm putting a fair amount of glue on there because this is a heavy piece, but you know, it really holds well. This Cosmic Shimmer glitters, or glitter, you guys are talking glitter, and now I'm at it. This Cosmic Shimmer glue holds really, really well. It's amazing what it'll hold.
It's got glue dries that really firms up your box structure too. Since
Yeah.
it's on there multiple sides.
Yeah, these are really holding the corners. You know, you had that flimsy little box inside of here with with the you know, even the sides were different sizes because the boxes just kind of are squishy, you know, and we've turned that into something that's very solid and very pretty. Now, you don't have to make it quite as ornate as I made the one from Archie, but, you know, if we wanted to stop with just putting the handle on the top and the feet on the bottom, that would be enough if you wanted to do that. Once you've got the feet glued in place, you can actually flip it back over. I was actually thinking after I did it, it would have been fun to put one of these handles on each side, like carrying handles. Instead, I just used it as a handle on the top. But you could. And to glue this on, I just put glue on all the flat places and it stuck really good. So I just went around on the flat surfaces and wiped off any excess. That was really poor grammar I used there. It held really good. It held well. The tag, the feet came. I don't know what that means. The tag.
The cardboard tag that your feet came in.
Okay.
So you can cover that with paper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's actually fairly heavy, you know. Because it had those heavy pieces on it, they had to use a heavy piece. I think this time I'm not going to do all the ephemera on here. What do you guys think? Should I put some more ephemera on it or should I leave it alone? I think it's kind of pretty just like that. What do you guys think? You guys want ephemera on it or you want to just leave it like that? I do think that's pretty. Huh?
Kathy's going to tell him a funny story, but I plug my
Oh,
ears.
Bryce, plug your ears. He's not plugging his ears. A little on the front, Betty said. Let's see what we've got for the front. Look at the ephemera pack I already have open. If I'm not going to put a lot on it, does it make sense to put a to open another pack? Let's see what we've got. Oh, I do have this pretty piece.
Everybody's voting for some ephemera.
A little on the front, huh? Have that. You can give the box to me. Yeah, that would be a shame to have a pretty box like this with no home, huh? Now, a woman at gyno appointment. Take a shower and put lotion. The doctor went to examine her and said, wow. Is there more? She didn't realize she used body. That's hysterical. I love that. Oh, that's funny. I do have a couple little matching flowers here that would be pretty that are in the right color combinations. Oh, I also have this very nice blossom where you grow. What do you think? That looks nice there, doesn't it? I kind of like this on the front. Lots of nice pieces here in total. And if we wanted to, I could put a butterfly on the... He's kind of almost identical color, though I don't know if he'll show. I could make a green butterfly. The body glitter, that's very funny. Okay, I think, what did I do with that one I was going to use? There it is. Oh. I like that story. I think we're going to put that on there. I think we should put a little foam tape on it and make it show. Let's put a little foam under it. Yeah, there's our spammer. Same person, too, always comes back. You'd think they'd knock them off, but I think it's the same call signs we've seen before. I like that. Okay, you guys were right with your call. Just a little bit of embellishment because that's pretty. It says blossom where you grow. Let's look at this. Let's see what we want to do. Trim this just a little. It has a, it's like it was printed slightly off. How about that? Just like that. Move that over just a little bit, though, because I don't think I got it quite even. There we go. Stop it right there. I'll show you guys my album again. I don't think I've shown it to you since I did the rest of the months. I'm waiting on the... I want that to be, I think I want that to be green. Let's put the green side up. I'm waiting on the cover papers to come in. And then we'll get our kits ready for our New Year's crafting album or birthday album, whatever you want to make. Can you believe that's just a little Celestial Seasonings box in there? Isn't that pretty? Look at that. And that, it's been an hour and 26 minutes, even with all the recutting I did on the chipboard. It took an hour and 26 minutes to transform that Celestial Seasonings box into this beautiful tea box. Isn't that pretty? Oh, Betty, I'm so glad you asked that. Truly, we haven't looked at any of our cards yet. We're going to make an event of it. We have a whole stack of cards to go through. And we wanted to do it when Bryce and Bob and I were all available. And since I've been teaching classes 7 days a week and out here working on stuff for classes when I wasn't in class, there hasn't been a lot of family time recently. However, we're rolling into the actual holiday week now, and I don't have classes 7 days a week coming up. I think I only have 2 this week. I have 2 in class. Let's see. Yeah, I have 2. Just one. No, 2. I have 2 in-class classes this week. And then we're not doing next Saturday, so we have Wednesday and Thursday only. So I'm going to have a lot more time this week coming up. And we're going to sit down and go through all our cards together. And I will bring them out and show you. You guys asked about that earlier. Will I show off the Christmas cards? And I absolutely will do that. But I wanted to say some special thank yous. Bob received a box of raw peanuts from Roberta for his squirrel feeders, and I wanted to thank you for that. And somebody sent Bob a chocolate brownie through the mail from what was it called? Aunt Ethel's Auntie something chocolates. It didn't last long. It went onto his table and it's gone this morning. So I wanted to say thank you guys for that. And it didn't have an acknowledgement of who the gift was from. So I just wanted to say thank you to whomever sent that wonderful little brownie to Bob, because he really, really enjoyed that. Like I said, it didn't last but a minute. It hit his table, his eyes got big, and the brownie was gone. Because he does so love chocolates. I really am pleased with these. I'm quite pleased with them. And it really, Glenn said that's an awful lot of work. It is some work to get your dimensions just right. I'm not going to lie to you about that. You saw me recut things, several times. But, it's not that big a deal to cut that chipboard and just make it a little bigger, a little smaller, do what you have to do. And, you sent some candy for his tree, Roberta. You guys are so sweet. So I wanted to say thank you. And yes, we will. It will make a part of our holiday celebrations around here to bring all those beautiful cards out and show everybody. We just have to have some family time to sit down and do them. So there we go. So I wanted to show you. We'll just take a perusal through here again. This is our crafting journal for 2023. You could also use this as a birthday card journal if you wanted to. But the way I created this, every page has at least, I was going to say at least one pocket. That's not true. They all have one pocket. Every page has a pocket. So my front cover, I just put my paper diagonally across to create a pocket there. I've got my calendars. I've scored around my calendars and created a pocket in my calendars themselves. On the next page, I've taken my stamp and created a small pocket. And then we have the actual pockets that they put into the collection. So here's February. And what I did is I took all of my extra paper and I cut it up and I made these cards. And these cards are what I'm going to use to record my projects on. I'll put my photo, depending on how much I have to write, I'll either put my photo on one side and my bullet points on the other, or I'll put both on one side and just leave the pretty paper showing. But I went through and cut up all my extra paper and made these note cards, and that's what I'm going to use to record my projects. And like I said, every page has a pocket, so I can put at least one project on every page. And I used all of my extra ephemera and my cards and as decoration. The things I used in this book were my tag book. And then the pansy paper is part of that. This pansy paper is part of the flower market collection. Betty, it's the flower market collection through the entire book. And I used one paper pack, one graphic 45 paper pack to do the entire project. So everything you see is coming out of one paper pack. I did use the tag book. I used one 12 by 12 flower market collection paper pack. I used one pack of flower market ephemera, and I used half a pack of black stamping card by Hunky Dory. A lot of times black cardstock isn't true black. What was I going to say? It isn't true black. It's more like charcoal gray. The black Stampers card from Hunky Dory is true black, and it's just the accent that's needed to really kind of set off some of these papers. So we'll put the kits together. Look at these when you just put the ephemera on the black. Isn't that pretty? As soon as the cover papers come in for this, I've ordered rose papers to cover the cover. We will get the kits put together. But it has those four components: the book, the 12 by 12, the black Stampers card. This is what's new from last time you've seen it. July just went in. And so we just have those four components: Flower Shop papers, Flower Shop ephemera, the black Stampers card, and the book for the book contents. Then for the cover, we'll have photo corners. We'll have, I haven't decorated the cover yet, but I'm anticipating using the Flower Shop rose collection for the cover design, and then the Flower Shop floral assortment to decorate the cover. As soon as those cover sheets come in this week, we'll have these kits available. I believe they're due today, actually. I'm loving the way these floral designs work with the black, though. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, and we will also, I'm going to be including in the kit some double-sided 1-inch black satin ribbon that I'm going to wrap my cover with before I cover the covers so that we can have this album tie off because it's full. And I want to have a nice pretty satin black tie on it. So this is forthcoming. We should have the kits out there soon. And we're going to do this the first week in January, the first Saturday in January. Okay? The first Saturday we have class in January because the very first Saturday, I believe, is New Year's weekend. So the first Saturday that we have class. So there we go. That's what else I have for you. Next Thursday, we are going to do a squash book. Roberta sent me a link to that, and I saw it on Graphic 45 as well. We're going to do a little squash booklet. I'm going to actually make a birthday or a Christmas present for Bob. I'm going to use the Well Groomed collection, and I'm going to make a squash book that is all pictures of Bob and Teddy together for Bob for Christmas. It's a quick, easy little project, and I think he will love having pictures of he and Teddy. So that is what we're going to do next Thursday. Quick and easy project you can do with just a little bit of extra paper in any collection really that you want to do. And then let's see. So what else is coming up on the week? Today's Saturday. Tomorrow is our short quantity Sunday. We'll be having a special sale coming up tomorrow for short quantity Sunday. Those are things we only have one or two of in stock. They're not things I would necessarily normally put on sale, but I'm just trying to clear small quantity inventory before we have to do inventory. So short quantity Sunday is coming up. And then we have $2 Tuesday. We have What's New Wednesday. And we have our Thursday, we'll do our squash books. Then we'll be off. Well, we'll have our Friday sale, but we'll be off for Christmas. And then on Saturday, and we won't have class, but I'll keep sending out your newsletters, keep sending out your sale announcements. And don't forget, guys, that if you need a last minute gift idea, we've got those gift certificates available. You don't have to, we're not mailing out gift cards. It's an e-gift card. So you can send that right up to the last minute. And if your family's looking for something for you, it's a perfect way to be able to say, here, support my craft habit, so you can give them our website, and it's right there at the top of the website, buy gift cards. So we have gift cards available. If you enjoyed today's video, I sure would like it if you'd hit that thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber to our channel, hit the subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of the fun. We have great stuff coming up here, and I don't want you to miss it. So hit that subscribe button. Be sure and refer your friends and crafty friends in your family to our website. And if there is is there a stamp set that goes with Flower Market so you can stamp your calendar in different colors? There is not a calendar stamp. Do they have number stamps? I'm not sure, Robert. I didn't see one, but
somebody last week said there were number stamps with it.
I don't have a computer to check it, but we don't have them, and I would have ordered them if they had them. So I do have little number stamps in the store, though, I believe. So yeah. I'm not aware of there being number stamps, but there might be. So, yeah. Are there any other questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom? I will find out about that, Roberta. If there's number stamps that are available, I'll get them. Okay. Okay, excellent, Roberta. Okay. All right. Well, if there's no questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom, I appreciate you too, Annette. Thank you very much for hanging out with us on your Saturday. You guys have a great holiday week here. And I will see you again on Wednesday for What's New Wednesday. And we'll be talking between now and then via the newsletter. So for now, I'm going to say good night, Gracie.